Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed. It's a Friday night. What we doing? Are we stepping?
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. Hit the word all so you receive every notification. Definitely when we come out with the video, you'll be able to first want to receive it. And also make sure you hit that like button. It's free and it don't cost you a thing as we continue to give you some of today's top NFL prospects that are be coming into the league. Some of these guys that you may have heard of and some of these guys you may have not heard of. But our job over here is to put these guys on the map so that you guys be well informed about what type of players are coming into the NFL this season. Some of these guys can be undrafted guys. Some of these guys can be taken in the later rounds. But you never know where you're going to find a star at. That's the biggest thing. Your job as a GM is to go out there and find the talent. And if you get a diamond in the rough or you find a hidden gem, that is a beautiful thing, especially when you pick these guys in the later rounds. You know, it's not always the first round guys that come into the NFL or the second round guys that come into the NFL and dominate the NFL. It's a lot of these guys that get taken in the mid to late rounds and come in and make a name for themselves. And that's what it's all about, man. Being able to come in, work hard, and make a name for yourself and eventually get paid and be a star in the NFL. That's what it's all about, man. So I want to give some shine to some of these guys that you may not have heard of. And that's what it's all about. And that's what we want to do. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about another draft prospect, De'Corian Patterson. You may not have ever heard of De'Corian Patterson, but this kid is a straight lockdown corner, nicknamed the ball magnet. Love that nickname, man, for this kid, the ball magnet. De'Corian definitely is a very, very good player. He's a very intriguing and interesting prospect, I should say. He came from out of Middle Tennessee State. He stands at about 6 foot, 195 pounds. Patterson has over 206 career tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 31 PDs, 9 interceptions. So you see why he's called the ball magnet, and he has 1 forced fumble as well. Has over 6 years of college football experience, and definitely, man, that's when you got that type of experience, man. You can be one of those guys that definitely make a name for yourself and be a plug and play guy right into the NFL, especially with all that type of experience. If you played up under a pro style system, anyway, you know, if you played up under a pro style system and you know what I'm saying, the things that you're doing will translate to the NFL. Man, you could be one of the best players in the NFL. And I think that De'Corian Patterson can be one of those hidden gems in this draft. The dude is a straight lockdown corner with true ball hawking skills, can play multiple positions in the secondary. And you know, that's one thing that the Detroit Lions love. If you don't know the Detroit Lions, now you know them. They love guys that are multifaceted or guys that can play multiple positions, guys that can move around. And there's nothing wrong with a player coming into the NFL and being able to move around, man, and be able to do a lot of different things. Because if you can do those things, man, you'll find yourself out there on the football field. If you can play special teams when you're coming into the NFL, and also if you can play on a return team or whatever it may be, man, to get yourself out on the field, you got to do what you got to do, man. But De'Corian Patterson, man, I like this kid, and I definitely think that he's a hidden gem in this draft. And if this kid does get drafted, you know, I think somebody's going to get a great player, man. This kid is work ethic is relentless, and that's what you want, man. Patterson rarely gives up big plays, and you know, in Detroit, we have been known for giving up big plays, man. And if this kid would come in and be a plug and play guy or be a guy that you can get into that rotation and he's not giving up big plays, of course I want this guy in Detroit. Why not? So, yeah, he can be a guy that you can develop, man. You know, it depends on what the Detroit Lions are really going to do with the corner position. There's so many ways to attack it, whether you do a trade, whether you go out in free agency and grab a corner, or you decide to do it in a draft. You know, they're gonna have their prerogative to do whatever they want to do with the position. But at the end of the day, you want to walk away with talent. You want to walk away with talent if you're doing it through the free agency. You want to walk away with talent if you're doing it via trade. And you want to walk away with talent even if you're picking guys in a later round. And we know that Brad Holmes is a mastermind when it comes to drafting guys later and getting the best out of these guys. And that's what we want, man. We want to be able to get the best out of the talent that we grab from the draft, no matter what round this kid is taking in. Not even if this kid is undrafted, you still want to be able to get that talent. So Patterson is definitely one of those kids that's could be a sneaky pick in this draft. Patterson could be a steal in the later rounds. So you guys leave it in the comment section. You can also see his body of work on YouTube, and his name is De'Corian Patterson. And I love this kid's game, and I think that he could be a steal in the draft if drafted to the right situation. And you never know, he could end up in Detroit. All right, guys, so leave it in the comment section your opinion on De'Corian Patterson.
What we doing? Are we stepping out? Life's been too hard, we gon' make it count. I ain't mad at the world, I'm just living life. And if I came up out the bag, you know I pay the price. The night's too young, let's have some fun, let's paint the town. Let's shut it down, it's our time now. And I ain't going in till the sun come up. And I ain't going in until we blew up the Bucks. Cause it's us, throw it up, live it up. Come with us, we gon' paint the town, love you right now. Hop in the Bentley, let the roof down. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed, it's a vibe tonight. It's a Friday night, it's a Friday night. Ain't no telling where we headed.